Hello, my name is Lekia Lay, and I'm at a very interesting venue today here at Barking, East London. It's called the Boathouse, and it's part of the Ice House quarters. Now, the Boathouse consists of a cafe, I like that bit, a terrace, and 2 studios, and it's kind of like a creative hub for artistic people living in and around Barking. So I'm here today to see the artist in residence, Miro Tomarkin. So come with me. So Miro, thank you very much for inviting me here to your, should I say, domain, workplace. Where would you call this place? Or what would you call here?
It's a place of passion and workplace, and yeah, it's for the arts, which brings me back, brought me here.
Okay, you came here because of the art. Okay, so, but before we go into details about what this place is all about, could you tell me a little bit about yourself, or maybe a lot about yourself?
Okay.
I'm curious to know.
I was born in Germany as a
Right.
British citizen, grew up in Austria, Switzerland, and came here in 1993.
Yes.
And I have 2 professions. One is IT.
Yes.
The first one is art, and second one degree I have in IT. When children were there, I needed to make some serious money, so I made an IT degree and worked as a programmer and project manager in big companies.
Oh, right, okay.
And which brought me here. I had a client here,
Oh.
Tesco. Yeah.
Oh, they brought you to the UK, really? Okay.
And I went very ill with cancer, and so I was forced to stop working for a long while, and wasn't well, was mainly indoors, housebound.
Yes.
And this was my decision then eventually to go back to the arts.
So was that the illness that made you, think about maybe, I don't know, you think about your life and
Definitely, yeah.
you want to do exactly what you love?
Yeah, what I actually originally set out to do.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So in a sense, would you say then that, would you say you found art or art found you? Is it something?
Both ways.
Yeah, both ways.
Yeah.
So you've always known that you're an artist. It's something you've always enjoyed doing.
I used to do sculptures before, and just stopped doing illness, stress in the job, in the then day job, and yeah.
And so you decided, okay, I need to do what I love. So how is it then, should I say, in the UK as an artist? How is that? Is it? Do you feel fulfilled? I guess that's obvious, isn't it?
Yes, but having said so, it's an area where there's not much arts going on until the CBD scheme and all these things came along. So it felt very lonely place, because there was so much talent in here that you didn't know of it. So you concentrated outwards, and otherwise my feeling was you don't get anywhere if you start here. Where do you go? There was a library to exhibit originally, and until CBD, the Arts Council funded scheme, came along, there wasn't much to do here in the area.
Okay, you mean here in Barking.
Barking and Dagenham.
Tell me a little bit more about the CBD.
Creative Barking and Dagenham. It's an Arts Council funded scheme for art deprived areas, basically.
Okay, so it's called Creative Barking and Dagenham. And so they put money in it to help artists in the area, or bring artists into the area?
Artists, and encourage population to enjoy art. So it's a mishmash of things.
Oh wow, that sounds interesting. So tell me a little bit more about your art. Do you have a particular focus? Or?
Yeah, I like to do expressionist work, surreal landscapes, figurative painting. But I do not like to be put in a genre.
In a genre or in a box. You do what you feel comes naturally to you.
Exactly, it's telling a story. To me, art is telling a story, whatever art form it is. And yeah, part of it is now the early days. Daniela said to me, why don't you send in some of your work to a gallery
Who
to
said to
show?
you?
Daniela, my wife.
Oh, your wife said
Yeah.
to you, why don't you send in some of your work?
Yes, and I don't know, it never occurred to me to do that.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I don't know why, because I
Why?
started at home again, you know, after these years, and I had a good critiques back. And so I was encouraged to do something. And I went on to exhibit first locally
Where did you exhibit
in
first?
a Barking library.
In Barking
You know, in the
Library.
learning
Okay, so that's
centre.
how it started.
Yes. And after that, I went to the city and showcased
Oh,
London.
wow.
And after that, more recently, I went to Vienna. And then,
You went to Vienna?
yeah,
You get the
in
same.
October 2013, sorry.
You're getting dates
Yeah.
wrong.
And yeah, and after that, I was in Oxford as well. And after this, I had a letter, an email in the email box, an invitation to New York
Oh, wow. New
for a
York.
solar exhibition, yeah, in an amazing gallery in Manhattan, 2,000 square feet gallery for a solar show. And I signed the contract. It's in 2016, in October. So it's a while to go still.
It's a while to go.
Yeah.
So do you feel nervous about that, or you feel
Not
excited?
really. I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm nervous about the interviews, but not these things. I'm not nervous.
You don't worry
Yeah.
about that. Well, that's interesting because as you said earlier, that there's not much money in the arts.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is what discourages young people or anybody? You know, I don't think you necessarily have to be young. Anybody that has the talent
Yeah.
from getting into it.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of advice or anything that you can say to encourage people
yeah.
who?
With the new kind of arts community,
Yeah.
small one, that is now through CBD, aforementioned, there are now channels to go to. You know, there's Studio 3, there's the Boathouse, there's loads of other things. And Creative Barking and Dagenham is located at Studio 3. So there are things to go to. And these places like this, for me, it's a shining example of something happening.
Yeah.
If you enter the Ice House Quarter, you don't feel you're embarking. The Barking, you know, it's really different. You know?
I'm not going into
Yeah.
the Barking we know.
Yeah. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, because walking in, it does give you,
Wow.
a different sort
Yeah.
of feel. You think, this is some kind of creative hub, and most people wouldn't think there's a place like this
Yeah.
in Barking.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's great. So when it comes to art, or when it comes to painting, can someone learn it, or is it something that's innate?
You can learn it, but you have to also have a incline, like a talent a bit
Yeah.
to do so with everything. Maybe somebody's better in singing, but just painting itself, anyone can learn, I believe. You know, like the one-to-one, but maybe it's not everybody's cup of coffee.
But do you teach painting?
Yeah.
Oh, so I can
we
come
offer it, yeah.
Oh, so I can come and learn how to paint then. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
here at the
good.
Boathouse.
No, really though.
Yeah, it's here at the Boathouse.
Oh, here at the Boathouse.
Yeah.
So the art classes where. All right, then I'm signing up.
Okay, I take you by your word.
Oh gosh.
No.
And what do you say for yourself first, personally? What's your should I say ambition for the future?
I mean,
To do more painting?
I have America in my view, and that's what I wanted actually.
Oh, that's what
So-
you have always wanted to do.
Yes, yeah.
And it
It
just
was really funny at the Oxford interview. I had an interview with the Global Arts Agency, and they asked me, where do you see yourself? And I said, New York. And the day after, so it was before that interview was published, I had this email from New York, and it was amazing.
wow. It's almost like what some people say. You put the thought out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And then it comes,
Yeah.
okay, I want to see myself in New York doing,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's Martin Bernstein is the curator, so it's quite a well-known
Yes.
person. And it was first I was
Surreal.
surreal. I thought it's maybe a hoax or something.
Someone was playing tricks on
Yes.
you.
And then I had a friend of mine, he has a photographer, quite a famous photographer, as a nephew in the States,
Yeah.
in New York, and he went to check it out for me. I waited 3 weeks
Or
signing the contract.
you had to get someone to check it out for you. It was that surreal.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was just too nice to be true, isn't it? You know. But now contract is signed.
Oh
It's
wow!
all, yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And what kind of advice would you give to anyone who wants to
Aspiring.
aspiring artists, and also probably those who are already in it but finding it difficult to get to New York like you?
Yeah, be true to yourself.
Be true to yourself.
You know, and because there's enough copy stuff going on, you know.
Yeah.
And what I don't like is somebody paints a triangle and then the next one paints a circle and thinks he's adventurous because he changed something. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, yeah.
Having said that though, are they like works that you see out there you think, you know, that they have celebrated and said this is, you know, fantastic work or fantastic painter, and you think, not really? Because to be honest, I see some, you know, maybe abstract painting and I think, well, I can do that. You know, do you ever get that as an artist?
I believe so. Yeah. I believe somebody can do that, but they have the idea is different.
That's the argument to me, that they had the idea to do the scribble.
Yeah, I know I can make a lot of enemies when I say that, but I actually, personally, that's my thing. I dislike if somebody puts a stone in the middle and declares it art and interprets something into it, hence making it art. But this is something that is so common these days, so I'm careful what I'm saying.
Well, be true to yourself, as you said.
No, I published this, you know, I'm dislike.
Oh I think so too, because I'm not even an artist, but I see some things, and like you say, you put a stone on a chair and say that is art, you know, and ascribe some meaning to it.
But having said so, if those people finding an audience that actually enjoys it, good luck to them.
Well, good luck to them. I mean, well, you know, one can say, no, I'm not going to say that. Let's be careful, like you said. But so back to the original question, as what you would say to, should I say, struggling artists and aspiring artists, what would you say? I know you said be yourself. Anything else?
And just go on local stuff, local exhibition opportunities. But don't start. Networking is the one most important thing.
To network.
You know, you have to believe in what you're doing and then go out there and network.
And just you know, get outside your comfort zone, isn't it? And I think that applies to everything.
Yeah.
Really.
Any art field, even in other fields.
In other fields, just go out there, keep knocking on doors.
Yeah.
And how did you? I'm sure you must have. I don't know. Did you get rejections at first, or you just didn't go out there to get rejections?
The thing is, it was first local. I was about 5 or 6 times local here.
Oh, right, okay.
And the gallery there, you know, in the new learning centre.
Okay, the Barking Learning Centre, yes.
And so...
Oh, you exhibited 5 times before you went to the city?
The first few years, And once I was the guest artist in the Holocaust Memorial Day with the council. The council put some stuff on and I kind of underlining paintings on the walls at the same time. And then after that, things started to slowly change. I went to Brentwood, I went to different places, a little bit further afield.
Yeah, so different other local
that's
councils.
Exactly what I would say to any aspiring artist in any field. Just do this, do that. Don't feel this
take
is
the first
only
step.
this or only that.
You think, oh well, it's just a small gathering or a small area. Just do that first, and then you go to the next step.
If there's almost maybe just on the opening of visitors sometimes, you know, especially on local events sometimes, and you have to be able to market, how do you say, to promote it this way.
Yeah.
You show the vernissage, the opening. You show. Put it on camera, out there. Social media is very important these days.
Oh,
There's nothing happening without social media. Facebook,
Twitter,
Instagram, Pinterest.
Pinterest, they're all there. Okay, before I leave the cafe, or rather the boathouse, I'm saying the cafe, I think I'm hungry now.
It's open.
So, Can people come to the boathouse to see your work, or they can come and exhibit here, or what can they do with the boathouse?
It's fun. I mean, I'm curating here, and
Okay.
so Carol is the artistic director.
Okay.
And so we have other artists, you know, coming, exhibiting, or playing music, or having theatre, or it's just a general performance space
Yeah.
and place socially where to be, and like a cultural hub.
Yeah,
That's
cultural
the
hub.
idea.
So
yeah.
you know you can have anything really. You can
So it's
just have a gig
yeah.
and invite
Yeah.
people and come in, and
Yeah.
and then when you're hungry, come to the cafe. Right. So the boathouse is just well, like you said, a cultural hub where people can come and perform, audience, and
I got drawn to it
yeah.
because on the opening, when the opening was the boathouse, you know, it drew me in. I was finished with the area in a way.
Oh,
You know,
had enough of barking.
Yes, and it was actually the one place that I felt, wow, you know, there's something there. There's something happening.
And it drew you in and you
Yeah.
stayed.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Well, Miro, thank you very much for having me here, and I'm coming for my painting lessons very soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nice.